Hi, this is Michael Gillis, team leader with the Gillies Team. Today, I just want to go through a quick update on what we're seeing in the market. Before we get started today, I want to point you down to the two buttons below. One is to get your free home value report. The second is to do a free home search. Click on those and take advantage of those resources. We'll be happy to help any way we can. So here's what's happening in our local market. We're seeing really great activity in general. We've seen some pretty good price gains over the second quarter. Looking in that a little over 4%. We're probably in the 2 to 2.5% for the year, which is really healthy growth. And in general, listings are really getting great activity. Of course, home values are going to be directly affected by the amount of activity that's happening in the market, and so that 2 to 2.5% increase that we're seeing shows us that we don't have a glut of inventory. At the same time, we're not in a pure seller's market, but things are moving. They're moving quickly, and if we look at the average ratio of what a home started out, what they started out as a list price, and what it sold for, we're actually up almost a whole percent over the second quarter of last year, which is a really good sign. A seller's market is usually determined by a market that has 1 to 2 months of inventory on the market. Now, we're still sitting, and we have been for some time. And of course, it depends on the neighborhood and the price range, but our market in general has 3 to 4 months of inventory. Which what that tells us is we're in a really healthy place, and things are moving. They're not staying on the market forever. The average days on market is actually very good, and so we're not in a seller's market for the most desirable properties. We are seeing multiple offers in some cases if they're priced correctly, and so we're seeing really positive movement. And going into the fall, it'll be interesting just to see how that continues going into the third and fourth quarters. So if we look at our average days on market in the local area here, of course it's going to depend on price range pretty heavily. The higher the price range, typically the longer time a home will spend on the market on average. We're seeing 18 to 20 days on the market in the area as a whole. Of course, our days on market in the core price range for our Gillies Team listings are lower than that. On average, we've been in the 12 to 13 day range, which is just outstanding. Now, of course, some of our higher price range homes, they tend to spend a little bit more time on the market, but in that price range, we've been just over 30 days on the market. So again, really healthy all the way around, and really positive signs. Interest rates are still at incredible historic lows. It's still an awesome time to be getting a mortgage. Money on a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 home is super cheap. A lot of the government loans are still well under 4%, and so money is relatively inexpensive at this point. Now, the most recent information we've gotten is that the Fed is about as split on this as we've seen. And so a lot of speculators are looking for a possible rate hike in December. So that'll be yet to be seen. We'll monitor that. We'll keep you updated as we get new information on that. But really awesome rates still, and it's been that way for some time. But it's not going to stay that way forever. As far as homes out there for buyers, it's a good time of year to be a buyer. You've got a little bit less competition from other buyers that are moving into the area, and we're still seeing a good amount coming on the market. And so if you're looking, take a hard look at whether this fall is a good time to buy. You've got less competition, super low interest rates, and quite a few homes out there to take a look at. Our market here is really healthy. I've used that word a couple of times in this video. Things are going really well. Sellers are able to sell. Buyers are still able to get the homes that they're looking for with items that meet their needs in the homes, and so things are really going well. If there's any specific questions that I can help answer, or or anything that we can look at further, give me a call. I'd love to help.